Day 24, Fit and 10 Nation, day 24, and tomorrow's the last day of scans. I didn't actually scan anybody today, so I have no news for you on that. Everybody's packed into tomorrow, and I know I'm still missing a few people, so you guys haven't all reached out to me. I'm gonna have to reach out to you, and maybe you're not getting my email. I think there's 4 people now who aren't getting my email, which, by the way, one person wasn't, and they updated their settings in their email, and now they're getting it. So I'm going to reach out to this person and see what they did so that they were able to get my emails. Okay, so I know that there's still 4 of you who aren't getting it. So your email settings, I think, is probably something that can be adjusted. All right. Tomorrow's gonna be the last day of body fat scans. I'm gonna send your numbers to you tomorrow. All right, so be on the lookout for that. Let's get into some questions here, you guys. So here, some notes here. This person says, I consume more fat in the last couple of days. I need to shoot for 5-10% range for all my macros. Yes, you do. I need to consume at least 2 liters of water per 2 liters of water instead of barely just 1. I'm assuming this is per day. I need to be more disciplined and vigilant about mindless snacking on foods that are not in my diet. Yeah, that's right. You can't have any mindless snacking. You have to be completely aware of everything that you're eating. All right? You have to plan, prepare, and then just eat the food for the purpose at hand, right? It doesn't mean it has to be bland and boring, but you've got to eat the food for the purpose at hand. No mindless snacking. We got to be aware of everything that we eat, okay? Now, if you are within that 10% of your macros, I will allow 1 cheat meal per week. So that is, you can go out, you can eat whatever you want. Yes, still put it in your food. And no, don't adjust your food the next day to try to even out things for that cheat meal. That cheat meal is just a cheat meal. It's meant to be free. You don't have to, I still want you to put it in there, like in your food app, but you don't have to worry about being over your numbers with that, okay? As for water, I'd like you guys to try to get a cup of water every hour. Every hour, 1 cup of water. I think that's very doable, okay? Shoot for 1 glass, okay? 250 mils, 1 cup, okay? So 1 coffee cup size of water per hour, all right? This person says, I'm injured again. I'm taking a bit of a break from certain back exercises. I want to win, but how can I with being so injury prone? Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, injuries for sure can be frustrating, but you know, you may be dealing with more injuries than the average person. I can tell you right now, I'm always dealing with an injury. There's always something that's nagging me. And that's partly due to the fact that I tend to overtrain. In your case, you know, we got to keep you coming in, keep trying to work at it, and look for things that you can do in place of whatever is bothering you, okay? So I think I mentioned to you yesterday with a lower back issue. Yeah, we got to stay away from regular deadlifts, but you might be able to do a stiff-legged deadlift. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can, okay? Or like when you're doing a row, let's do chest-supported row. So lean into the bench, either with your hand or put your whole torso on the bench. If it's an upper back movement, then we need to see exactly what's exacerbating that and look into that. Generally speaking, you should be okay to do rows and pull downs and all that kind of stuff. Of course, I don't know exactly what the injury is, okay? But let the instructor know, all right? Worst comes to worst, we give you something a little bit different, okay, to do. But there's many things you can do to work around, okay? So don't lose hope with injuries. There's still many things you can do, okay? In terms of, you also want to know what muscle groups we're focusing on. We're doing a 2-day split right now, which basically means one day we do lower body, one day we do upper body. And this week, today, which is Monday, it was lower body. Tomorrow will be upper body, and it will just go back and forth like that. Next week, it'll be the opposite. So Monday will be upper body, and Tuesday will be lower body, etc. throughout the week, okay? And then we're just gonna keep going like that for the next number of weeks. All right, so I hope that helps you. But don't let it discourage you, upper or lower body. Don't let that discourage you from coming to class. Let's help you and get some exercises that you can do that don't exacerbate any injuries that you have, okay? All right, next here. This person is very detailed. I gotta tell you how detailed this person is. Workout. He says back squat 50 to 55%, 55 to 60% body weight, currently at 49%. Okay, so I'm assuming this is what this is under what you plan to improve in the following week. Okay, so you're going to try to move up 5 to 10% on your squats. You're going to try to move up 2 or 3 reps on your bicep curls. Very good. Very, very specific targets. Aim to be plus or minus 3% of each macro daily. Kudos to you if you can do that. And sleep 30 minutes earlier each night. Very good idea. Sleep is everything. It's going to help you tremendously, more than you think, when it comes to fat loss. Okay? And changing your body composition, so adding some muscle mass. You need that sleep. It has a cascading effect. Okay? It's going to affect your recovery. It's going to affect the amount of intensity and how hard you can work in your workouts. It's going to affect your fat burning. It's going to affect hormone levels. It's going to affect your mood, which is indirectly going to affect your workouts. It's going to affect your hunger. The list goes on and on and on. Okay? And everything I just listed there, it will affect significantly, by the way. Okay? Again, this person says, I'm bad at staying hydrated at work. Go for that 1 cup per hour. Okay? Carry water with you. 1 cup per hour. 7 minutes here. Okay. Let me answer one more question here. I got the food of the day, but I think I'm going to just let that go for today. I'll talk about it tomorrow. Why do I use lemons and not limes? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, you haven't watched all my videos, obviously, if you don't know this, but I have lime every morning with some salt and some apple cider vinegar. I do limes. Why not lemons? Well, there's really not a huge difference between the two. In fact, I think lemons are a little bit higher in vitamin C. But I like the taste of limes better. Limes are also easier to squeeze, and also limes are a little bit higher in citric acid. So the citric acid portion is really what is responsible for alkalizing the body. So, but honestly, you could do either. Lemons are totally fine. They're just easier to squeeze, and I prefer the taste. Okay, but you could use either. All right, message of the day. Behind every successful person, there is a lot of unsuccessful years. Okay, behind every successful person, there are a lot of unsuccessful years. So, when we tend to look at people that we aspire or that inspire us, or maybe people that we look up to, I think we always have to remind ourselves that for the most part, these people did not get to be in the position that they're in through sheer luck or trying a little bit. They went through many years. Most likely went through a lot of hardships, and most likely had many failures. All right, so always remember that the failures are part of the process, that things will not happen overnight, and you got to keep trudging forward. That's what it's all about. That's the only way we're going to achieve anything of any great measure, is to keep trying. All right. And I got to be honest with you, this is something even for me, and I say even for me because, I've been in this industry, I've been working toward changing my body for 30 years now, and it's still something even more and more that I can appreciate today, more so than say 5 years ago. All right, and a perfect example is some of you already know this example, but. There was one movement, there's been several movements, but one movement in particular that I can remember that I did for at least 10 years. I did this movement, and it was just one day in the gym I was doing the movement, and I was like, oh, that's the way I'm supposed to do it. Like, that's how it's supposed to feel. I did it for 10 years, incorrectly. I don't want to say incorrectly because it wasn't like I was injuring myself, but I just wasn't doing it as effectively as I could have. And then all of a sudden one day I realized, okay, this is the way it's supposed to be done. So things take time. So what? But listen, if I never did it or I gave up, I would have never discovered how to do it, right? So, okay. All right, you guys, food of the day is going to come tomorrow because I'm over 10 minutes here. And, not all of you are watching these videos. So I want to keep these relatively short, okay? So behind every successful person, there are a lot of unsuccessful years. Remember that, okay? Submit, commit, do what you got to do. 3 workouts this week, you guys. Get all your cardio in. That's 3 cardio sessions. It's just 25 minutes total, okay? Plan and prepare your food. You got to plan and prepare your food. That's the only way it's going to happen. And don't allow for anything else to come into that picture. Okay? Plan and prepare. Trust me, it's easier than you think. Just do it. All right? We'll talk to you guys all soon. And have a wonderful Monday. Talk to you guys tomorrow.